retreat because here they come!
All right, let's go.
What are we singing now?
Deck the hall!
Deck the
holly, boughs of holly, fa la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly, fa la 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 la. Sunny our day, the world, fa la 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 la.
Yeah, I'll find a safe place for him to watch. Anna, I want you to see Steve's Christmas book. I want you to hang out here just for a minute, all right?
Thank you. Thank you, Lord.
Welcome, everyone, to General Hospital's annual Christmas party. Now, if the children are ready to help me out, we're going to tell the story about first Christmas.
Yay!
Oh, come here, Robin. Come here. Oh. You know something, young lady? You look prettier every time I lay eyes on you.
Thanks, Dr. Harton.
Well, this is the story about the first Christmas, almost 2,000 years ago. It's also a story about a very special baby.
The baby Jesus?
Yes, indeed. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. It was a bitter cold winter night when the wind was blowing so hard it made tears come to your eyes. And on that very night, a young couple was traveling on their way to Bethlehem. They were very cold and very tired. These two travelers were so poor, they had only one donkey. The man was a carpenter named
Joseph.
And his wife's name was?
Mary.
And Mary was going to have a baby. But they had a long, long way to travel. Finally, after miles and miles and miles, Joseph saw this dim light. It was an inn, and he told Mary everything was going to be all right. Does everybody here know what an inn is?
Yeah. It's a hotel.
Exactly.
Yeah.
A warm place where they could spend the night. Well, Joseph figured if he could get Mary out of the cold and rest, she might be all right. So helping her along, they went to the door of the inn. Joseph knocked, and when the innkeeper opened the door, he took one look at this worn-out couple, and he knew.
They didn't have any money.
And what did he say to them?
Sorry, Joseph and Mary.
That's right. He told them he had no empty rooms and shut the door fast. Poor Joseph, he was terribly disappointed. He looked at Mary, and she was too tired to even cry. Maybe that's when he got this brilliant idea.
Stables?
Mm-hmm. Joseph figured at least it would be warm in the stable. And if he could get Mary out of the cold and rest a while, she might still be all right. So they went to the stable. It was warm in there, all right, but very, very crowded with animals.
Donkeys?
Horses?
Cows? Sheep?
In fact, there were so many animals that it looked for a while there that Joseph and Mary might not be able to squeeze in. But then a very strange thing happened.
The animals moved over and made room for Mary.
Yes. Joseph got some fresh straw and fixed a bed for Mary. And then a hush came over the stable, like in a church.
It was even quieter than that. donkeys didn't burr, and the cows didn't moo. And in the house, a baby was born.
They called the baby Jesus. And he grew up to teach us that there's good in all of us, that we can always improve our lives no matter what has happened in the past. He also taught us the most important thing in the world.
That we should all love each other.
That's right. And to understand and forgive each other, too. That's what this day is all about. The all-forgiving spirit of Christmas.
Yeah. Maybe you ought to go back to bed.
You can't go yet. I want you to meet my friend
Robin?
Billy.
It's okay, in a minute. You're wearing his dress. Oh, is there any that less?
Hi, where have you been?
Oh, with Duke and Carter.
Thank you again for including me last night. It was wonderful being with family.
They wouldn't have been family without you.
Thank you, ma'am.
I think we should get Lavery back upstairs now.
Okay. Now, give me a few minutes. I need to make a call. Thank you.
Are you ready yet?
Not quite.
What are you two whispering about?
We can't tell you. It's a surprise.
Well, I think that Duke's very tired, so we should take him up to his room now.
Okay, let me say goodnight to everyone, and then I'll come up with you. I'd just like to make sure the halls are secure.
All right?
Merry Christmas, Uncle Duke.
Merry Christmas, Robert. And you're the best little parade leader I've ever seen.
Thank you. I love you.
Hitting all the little people who won. I just called home, and Philomena's not there. Did she say anything to you about going over to her cousin's?
No, maybe she's gone to the store for something.
I don't know. The guards took Duke upstairs, and I think we should say our good nights and leave, don't you?
Not yet, Mommy. I'm having so much fun.
No, I think your mother's right.
Yes.
Okay? Let's go.
Bye-bye.
Good night. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Goodbye, Robert.
Come on, let's go home. No working on Christmas night.
Please.
Lucy, you heard my wife. Can't this wait, please? Till tomorrow, maybe?
Okay, if you'll just promise me you will see me first thing in the morning.
I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Okay.
I'll take it from here.
All right. Mr. Lavery, you can come out now.
What are you doing in there? What's going on?
I don't know. They wouldn't tell me.
What is this?
You'll see. Come
Careful, darling. This is your doing, isn't it? What is it?
Come on, you'll
I'm taking the fifth on this.
The 5th. On Christmas Day.
You'll see.
Sorry, I can't match your
Surprise,
excitement by
can't tell
Here we go. Right. Go.
Surprise!
What is all this?
Well, it's Christmas dinner for all of us.
Our whole family.
Ah, how
Yes.
lovely.
Were you surprised, Uncle Duke?
Yeah, I'm very surprised and I'm very touched.
This is your doing, isn't it? And you.
Well, it was Daddy's idea. Me and
All
Grandma
right.
helped.
All right.
To families, may we always be together at Christmas.
Absolutely.
Yes. Chin-chin. All right, now. Now, everybody, mangiamo. Otherwise, my beautiful hot dinner will turn into a popsicle.
All right, let's all pull up. Oh, Philomena, you outdid yourself.
It was wonderful.
There was such an international menu. Lasagna, roast beef with Yorkshire pudding, and spumoni for dessert.
Oh, I am so glad you liked it. But you should go to bed now. You're a little tired, aren't you?
Yeah, I am a little. Listen, don't worry about any of this, Philomena. I have somebody coming in to clean it up.
All
Come on,
right.
sleepyhead, let's go.
Yeah.
So soon?
Yeah.
Yes, you have to go to bed.
Come on.
Come on, come on. Time to go to bed, Bambina.
There you go.
Merry Christmas, Uncle Duke.
Oh, Merry Christmas. Thank you for making this the most special Christmas of my life.
You're welcome. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Come on over here.
Good night. Thank you.
Easy does it.
Right. You.
Right? Yeah.
All right. Merry Christmas, mate.
Merry Christmas. Thank you.
I'll be outside.
Okay. It's a wonderful Christmas. It's also very hard.
I'm sorry.
Christmas was the deadline. What's going to happen tomorrow, Duke?
Now, Christmas isn't over yet. Not for Robin, anyway. Tonight, let her feel loved and secure. All right?
We'll talk about your decision tomorrow. All right. I love you.
I know. I love you, too.
Well, season's greetings.
We still, working with the old Christmas spirit there?
Well, hang on to it as long as you can, I always say. Mind if I join you?
Not at all. Sit down. We were just talking about Duke.
How is it?
The judge is pressing for his decision on turning state's evidence.
His patience is wearing a trifle thin.
I see. Has he made up his mind?
He's not going to do it.
But we're still working on it.
Listen, Robert, before I go to the hospital, I'd like to talk to you about Ted's murder, if you don't mind.
Sure, how's it going?
Well, everything seems to point towards one particular suspect, but I don't have enough evidence to make an arrest right now.
You'll find it.
I hope so.
I know so. Anna and I have a lot of faith in you. You know you wouldn't let us down.
Will you listen to this guy? Would I ever let you and Anna down?
Hello?
Hello?
Do you know that there are 364 days till Christmas?
Wonderful.
I thought you'd be pleased with that bit of news.
Well, you know, by next Christmas, I'll be in prison. So our holiday is over. We're going to stop pretending, Anna. The reality is I'm going to jail, and there really is no other way.
There is a way, and you know it.
We've already been through this many times. I am not turning state's evidence. I will not put you or Robin in jeopardy.
It's not your decision. Don't you realize that I'm giving you permission to tell all you know?
And if I talk, you'll both be killed.
Being without you is killing me, Duke. At least make the decision that keeps us all together.
No, I won't be responsible for putting either of you in danger. I could never do that. Never.
Well, it's covered for me.
Leaving?
Yep. I gotta go see if the judge what time the judge has open to hear Duke's decision, and then I have to go get Duke's decision.
Well, good luck.
Looks like I'm gonna need it. I'll see you.
See you, Jake. So is there any chance of Duke changing his mind?
I doubt it.
It's gotta be rough on Anna. Is there anything I can do?
Well, I figure you've got enough on your plate with the Holmes murder.
That I do.
Don't you realize how important you are to Robin and me? Don't you realize?
I can't put you in the line of fire, Anna.
The police will protect us.
And don't be naive. A hitman got into this room with one of your guards standing
Well,
outside
then we'll
the
have
door.
more guards brought in here.
Is that the way you want Robin to live the rest of her life? With a guard taking her to school, a guard taking her to the playground, and out on dates?
Oh, come on, don't exaggerate. These men are going to forget about you before long, and then we'll be able to live our lives normally.
I am a traitor. They'll kill me, either now, in 5 years, or 10 years from now, as an example. If they forget about me, it will encourage other people to turn evidence against them. Oh. And they cannot allow that.
Well, then we'll go somewhere else. We'll go to another country. We'll hide. We'll change our names.
You're talking about the witness protection program.
Yes, I am.
And what about Robin?
I'm going to ask Robert to take her to Australia with him.
Oh, Anna, I will not be the cause of you being separated from your child.
She's going to be with Robert.
Don't you see? I'm damned if I do, and I'm damned if I don't. We might be together, but you will not forget that you cannot see your child. I couldn't live like that.
I know. I know I can't send her away forever.
You know, I've thought about nothing else but this day and night. I cannot turn state's evidence.
I'm not going to argue with you. But I don't agree with your decision.
I'm afraid you have to.
No! I'm not giving in. I'm not a piece of china that you can hang on the mantel shelf. One way or another, we are going to be together.
Anna left here saying she was determined to do something to keep me from going to prison.
She's a resourceful woman. I wouldn't put it past her.
Yeah, I'm just concerned in case she does something rash. She really has worked herself into quite a state about it.
Duke, I take it by the way you're talking that you haven't changed your mind about turning state's evidence.
No, I can't, Jake. And I really am not being stubborn about this, but Anna and Robin's lives are at stake.
Just so you know, I spoke to the judge today. He said that he wants your testimony by tomorrow, or else.
Or else what?
We have an expression here, perhaps you've heard it. It's called throwing the book at you.
Oh, no lectures, please.
I have to, Duke. I'm your lawyer. Look, forget about Anna and Robin for just a minute.
I can't.
Just forget about them for a minute. Do you know what would happen if every potential state's witness decided not to testify for whatever reason? To guard their own health, to guard their family's health? It tears the rug out right from under the court system, Duke, and those bums win.
Do you think I don't know that? My answer is still the same.
All right, you've obviously made up your mind. I'll have to respect that.
I appreciate that, thank you.
How's your health?
It's pretty good, thank you.
Good, because it's going to have to be. You're expected to do your time and come out of it alive. The way that judge is talking, he's going to throw the book at you, Duke. And I know that judge. He'll do it.
Are you looking for any phone numbers in particular?
Uh-huh.
Well, you know, maybe if you tell me which ones they are, I can help you look them up, huh?
No, thank you. I've got this all under control.
Hi, Anna.
Oh, hello, Buzz. How are you?
Are you okay?
Yes, I'm great. Well, if you'd asked me a little while ago, I'd have said no, I wasn't, but I'm very well.
Good, then I'll take all the credit.
You always make me feel well, but actually, I hate to disappoint you, but see, I've just come to a solution for a very difficult problem, and that's why I feel so happy.
Well, good for you. Does the problem have to do with Duke?
Yes, it does.
All right. You know, if I can help you in any way, you can count on me.
I know that.
Right.
Thank you.
They just sent the x-rays down the street. We're looking.
Thank you very much.
Hello, Buzz.
I'll see you later. Hello, Robert.
Oh, Robert, good. Listen, I've come to a decision. We've got to talk. Let's go and sit in the lounge.
Well, we seem to have a spring in our step. What's happened?
Well, it's amazing what a good idea will do for one's psyche.
What are you talking about?
I don't know what your plans are, but I would like you to change them for me.
What plans?
I want you to take Robin back to Australia with you, just for a short while.
I don't think I like the sound of this. Why?
I'm trying to save Duke from going to prison.
How?
All right, now look. Here is a list of the local media. Now, I'm calling a press conference.
What are you going to tell him?
A lie. See, I'm going to announce that I know all the activities that went on Sister Island, and that I will be the state star witness.
It's about the looniest notion I've ever heard.
It's not. It's brilliant.
It's
going to take the heat off Duke and put it on me, and I can handle it.
It's loony, and so are you. Now, I always suspected it, but now I have proof.
It's going to work.
I'm surprised you will even consider a harebrained scheme like this. Now, I'm warning you, don't do it.
What's the matter with the men in my life? You and Duke, you're always telling me what to do. I know what I'm doing.
Listen, give me a few more days. I'm working on an investigation which is going to uncover something that the mob don't want exposed. After that, I've got leverage on them.
Well, what if you don't find out?
Well, at least give me the time to try.
There is no time. Don't you understand? The judge has called it in for tomorrow, the Duke.
Excuse me, Anna. Frisco just called and he said he had some urgent business that he had to see you about right away.
Tell him I'll meet him here. Can I use Steve's office? Would that be all right?
Yeah, I think it will be. Sure.
Thank you.
I'm telling you, reconsider this, Alan.
I'm sorry. My mind is made up. Buzz had an argument with Ted Holmes. Well, I just saw him a while ago. Why didn't he tell me?
Maybe he's waiting for the investigating officer to talk with him.
No, he knows better than that.
Or he didn't think it was important.
Well, yes. I mean, anybody should realize that if you have a major falling out with a murder victim, that it's important information.
I know that. He's a friend, Anne. I'm looking on the bright side. The only other possibility is that he's keeping something from us.
Yeah. I thought so, too. Why wouldn't he tell us? Does he think we're not going to find out?
I don't know.
Do you want me to assign another detective to talk to him?
No. No, I can handle it. I've learned sometime to separate friendship from business, right? Even in a murder.
You never learn how to do that fully. You get better at it, but you never learn how to do it.
I was afraid you'd say that.
All right, you speak to Buzz, and you get his side of the story. There has to be a reasonable explanation for what Lucy overheard. I'll speak to you later.
Okay.
Oh, no. Don't let him be in trouble, too, please.
A press conference.
Yes, she's even called the New York Times.
It's like she's signing her own death warrant.
I keep thinking this whole thing's a rather hideous practical joke, except for the fact that I know she's deadly serious.
Well, can't you do something to stop her?
Oh, I've tried that. Maybe you haven't met the unstoppable Anna Devane. Once upon a time, it was a quality I found sort of exciting. Now I'm not too sure.
Do you really think she'll do it?
Yeah. She means business. She's asked me to take Robin to Australia for safekeeping.
It's a catch-22 situation. Whatever happens, Anna's in danger and I'm helpless to do anything to help her. She'll be killed.
We've got to come up with some other options.
What about your organization, the WSB?
What about it?
I'll have them place her under some kind of protection until my trial's over.
They never go for it. You see, they regard this as a personal matter.
Good Lord, man, all of life is a personal matter.
Look, I know them. They turn us down flat.
Now, why don't you do something? Why don't you kidnap her, take her off somewhere?
For how long? As soon as I release her, she goes straight to the press. No. We've got to come up with some way to stop her from making this statement, ever.
When is she planning to do it?
Today in the boardroom. We have between now and then to think of something.
Yes. In the General Hospital boardroom in about half an hour. Tell them that Chief Anna Devane has some very important announcements to make. Well, I suggest that you hold page 1 open until then.
I'm glad I caught up. You realize what you're doing?
Did Duke tell you?
Yes, he did.
Well, maybe you can talk some sense into it, because I can't.
Did you think this through thoroughly?
Yes, I have, completely.
And you're satisfied that you can deal with the consequences?
We have to meet Duke's deadline with the judge tomorrow.
Maybe she's right, Robert. Maybe this is our only way out.
You're both crazy.
Robert, we've got to trust her. She's a good cop, an ex-WSB agent. She can handle it.
Oh, at last, somebody that can see my point of view.
She's making herself into a perfect target.
Come on. We've given her the responsibility of taking care of the safety of the entire city. We've got to believe that she can handle taking care of herself.
This is absolutely ridiculous.
Thank you so much, Jake.
It's a Will gone crazy.
And thank you, Robert. I know you're probably worried about the whole thing. Well, I must admit I'm a trifle concerned myself, but I can handle it. And it would help me if I had your support. However, I will go ahead without it.
Well, the gang's all here. You might as well go for it.
Thanks. Excuse me. Could I have your attention, please, everyone?
Oh, yes. I'd like to know about the mob.
Now, I'm going to make a brief statement, and then I will answer any questions that you may have. I'm sure plenty of rumors have filtered down to all the press rooms everywhere, and that is that we have a very important state's witness who is going to testify against the mob. At this moment, we are not prepared to release a statement with the identity of the witness.
When are you willing to give this to us?
Okay, well, you think the witness is going to be Duke Lavery? Is that true? That's what we've heard.
I have no comment.
Has Mr. Lavery been cooperating with the police?
Insofar as telling us about his involvement with the mob, yes, he has. But I would like to continue with my statement, and that is that we have another important state's witness whose testimony could rock the very foundations of the mob here in Port Charles. Now, this person is in a unique position that they have detailed information about the syndicate and how they built an empire here.
Is it someone from Port Charles?
The witness that...
Mr. Devane?
Lavery.
Ah, I knew it.
How about a story on this, Miss Lavery?
Lavery, how
I've
deep is
come to
your...
say I've decided to become a state's witness against the organization.
Great, great. How about some testimony? Do you have any testimony indicating the mob or the...
Ladies and gentlemen,
All right, everybody, please. Take a seat and we'll answer your questions one at a time. Now.
What do you think you're doing?
You'd ask me the same thing, you know.
Now, before we get going, I'd like to introduce you to Mr. Jake Meyer, who'll be handling Mr. Lavery's defense. Jake?
Thank you. I think we've all met before. All right, ladies and gentlemen, as you heard, Mr. Lavery will be turning state's evidence. He will reveal any and all information he has on the crime syndicate.
Such as what?
I'm sure you know revelations of that kind would be a bit premature at this time.
The public does have a right to know, Mr. Myers.
They will, all in good time. Now, look, as you can see, Mr. Lavery is recovering from major surgery.
Jake, if you don't mind, there is something that I would like to say.
You don't have to.
No, but I think these people deserve to know what's going on in their town. During my association with the underworld, I have learned how they infiltrate legitimate businesses throughout the world and here in Port Charles. I've learned how the underworld is structured and how they are organized. I know every skeleton they have rattling around in their closet. And I intend to reveal this information to the police department.
Well, what are you
How about
going to
revealing something to us?
We want something
Maybe a
right
little
from around the
statement right
body.
now?
Seem to be
Most
building up
important is the control they exercise in union activities.
Thank you, Duke. Thank you. I'm sure you can realize that he can't reveal any more specifics in the case until he reveals them to the judge first. Chief Devane and I will be more than happy to give you any updates as the case progresses.
Thank you all very much for coming here today. And, gentlemen, will you show the press the phone so they can get their stories through?
Why did you do that?
To stop you from getting yourself killed.
I can take care of myself, Duke.
Do you think I was going to allow you to put yourself or Robin in any danger for the likes of me?
You mean the likes of you? I love you.
I know that. I love you too. I know who I am, and I know what I've done. And the weight has to rest on my shoulders.
Well, now the fun begins. You certainly know how to turn the fire on yourself.
I had to take the threat away from Anna and Robin.
Well, we're not taking any more chances at this stage. We'll be organizing more protection for them.
Do you think the judge will give Duke a suspended sentence because of his testimony?
Well, that's hard to say, Anna, but I'll do my best to get it out of him.
Okay. Excuse me a second, gentlemen. You heard Mr. Lavery's announcement. That means he now has to be protected with fullest possible capacity. And that means you. And jobs are on the line if there's a breakdown. Is that understood? Thank you. We'll take you back to your room. Come on.
Thank you both.
I hope he knows what he's in for.
Probably not. Can a man be rational when he's in love?
Yeah. I just hope that love doesn't get Anna killed. Where's Anna?
She's using the phone in Dr. Hardy's office.
Well, I hope she's calling headquarters.
Yeah, she's getting extra protection for the entrances and the exits of the hospital.
Okay, that's good. Now that you've thrown down the gauntlet, the mob will be forced to act.
Well, no self-respecting criminal wants to lose face.
I'm glad you can joke about this. I mean, I'm the one that has to figure out a way to protect Anna and Robin.
I'm not taking this lightly. I have a plan to help do just that.
What is it?
I have a few loose ends to tie up first.
I hope it's a little better than that tactic you used on Frisco and Felicia.
Believe me, Robert, I'm sure my plan will work.
Well, that's not good enough. I need proof before I start playing about with Anna and Robin's safety.
Thank you. There you are. I've been looking for you everywhere. I've got more protection for Robin.
What about you?
Well, there's a car and a driver coming to pick me up shortly, and I'll be going home.
All right, just make sure you vary your schedules, change routes, routines, all of the above.
I will. I've thought of everything.
Perhaps you have, in which case I shall go home and see our daughter.
See you later.
Bye.
I have such mixed feelings about what you've done, you know. I'm very proud of you, and I love you for it. But I'm terribly worried.
I'm not worried. I know you'll protect me.
I will. Yes, I'll protect you. I'll keep you safe and sound so we can spend the rest of our lives together.
I pray to God you're right. I was personally responsible for laundering the cash under the direct orders of the individuals mentioned just before.
Getting it all down?
Yeah, everything I can remember.
Should be more than enough to put our friends away from Sister Island.
Jake's sending someone over later to transcribe the tapes for the judge.
Should make fascinating reading.
Have you seen Anna this morning?
Yeah, I just came from her and Jake. She's working at beefing up your protection.
And I wish she would worry more about herself and Robin.
I've got her to assign Sam and Eric to watch Robin.
And what about putting someone on Anna?
I've asked Lewis to keep an eye on her.
Did you tell her that?
She's not big on bodyguards.
Yeah, well, in this case, what she does not know may just save her.
Well, one of the reasons I came over, you mentioned yesterday you had an idea to protect the both of them.
I do.
Well, I think it has something to do with this Leoline. It's mob involved, isn't it?
Yes. I cannot tell you how, though.
Doesn't matter, I'll find out.
That would be a mistake. I do have one favor to ask you. I would like you to help me escape from General Hospital today.
And that's it?
I'll take care of the rest.
All I have to do is bust you out of here.
There is no other way.
Even if I agreed in principle, I mean, I couldn't do it to Anna.
You want Anna and Robin protected, don't you?
And how's Spring and you going to accomplish that?
I know about Lorleon. And I know exactly how to use it to get whatever I want.
Okay. I'm listening.
You were onto it a long time ago. You just never realized exactly what you had.
And what was that?
Juice. Heat. Leverage. Power.
Could we be a little more specific?
Lorleon is the key. And the door that it unlocks could just bring Angus Mackay to his knees.
Well, I knew it figured, but I didn't know how deeply.
Yeah, you did well to uncover it in the first place. There's no way you could have found out exactly what it meant. Angus would have killed you on the spot. If he'd even the slightest idea you could link Lorleon to his name, or if he thought you even realized what it meant.
And what does it mean?
I can't tell you that.
Well, why the hell not?
Because it cuts too deeply, that's why not. I'm violating a sacred trust just telling you about
But you're asking me to violate any number of laws to do what?
It's probably the best way we have to protect Anna and Robin.
Then why can't you give me even a broad idea of what we're talking about here?
All I can tell you is this is extremely important to Angus. It is personally important to the man.
Personal? Professional? I didn't realize thugs knew any difference.
Angus doesn't. That is why you have to get me out of here today. I want you to take me over to the prison where I can talk to him. Now, can you get me over there today? Will you do that much?
Probably, if I thought it was important enough.
Oh, it is important. Angus is probably Robin and Anna's best hope.
What can he do for them behind bars?
Oh, he is still a very powerful man. When Angus says jump, the mob asks how high. Now, where he is located at this point doesn't make any difference. He can still promise to guarantee their protection, and he can make it stick.
If you can convince him it's worthwhile.
Lorleon can.
This secret is that strong?
I would never use it to save myself, but there is nothing I will not do to save Anna and Robin. If I have to threaten to blow the secret of Lorleon to keep them safe, then so be it.
And what if you have to carry out the threat?
Then God help us all.
So, Lorleon is the threat, the axe, if you care to call it that, hanging over Angus Mackay's head. Boy, I wish I'd known that earlier.
It is our whole card. All we have to do is use it, and I think now is the time. Now, can you help me?
Can't you talk to him over the phone?
No. I have to go over there and see him in person. When Angus sees the look in my eye, he'll know that I mean business. If he even has the slightest suspicion that I'm going to talk about Lorleon, he'll call my bluff. And if I meet Angus in person, I can't be denied. How can you help me to do that?
One way or another.
Hello?
You alone?
No.
Well, just listen. It's time for us to play Junior G-Man again. You've been boning up on your WSB manual.
I wrote the book, remember?
That's why I'm calling. Listen, I want you over GH right away.
What's up?
Remember how we snuck that Algerian spy out of Egypt?
Every last detail.
Think we can do it again?
With our eyes closed. I'll see you shortly.
Well, I think I'll be going.
Tiffany. I'm going to make one more promise to you, and I give you my word that I'm going to do something about what we discussed, and soon.
You do what you have to do, Sean. I'm not going to tell you how to
I am
life.
telling you that you are going to become a larger part of my life. There's just one more obstacle to get out of the way. I just hope it's a simple matter of clearing that path, that's all.
And if you can't?
Then I will move heaven and earth to get what I want, whatever it takes. I just need time to know where I stand, all right?
Thank you, Valentine. Well, and thank you for setting the whole thing up, too. Yeah, our meeting with the Morden is all set to go. I'll talk to you. Bye. We're all set. Glad you could make it so soon.
Our Algerian spy?
Can you think of a better way of getting him in and out of the hospital without anybody noticing that he's gone?
Oh, whoa. You better start from the beginning, old buddy.
We haven't got time for that. We've both got to be out of here within a few minutes.
You're actually taking him out of this hospital?
For what I hope will be a good reason.
Do you mind telling me where you're going?
I've arranged for a police copter to fly us over to the security prison where they're holding Angus and the rest of the mob leaders.
Plus, you're going to take the bait right to the fish, huh?
We're playing a trump card for the protection of Anna and Robin.
That figures.
We also have WSB and police cooperation.
And me.
And you, right. Now, it's critical that the mob doesn't realize that he's out of the hospital.
Well, that's for damn sure. They'd put a hit out on him before he got halfway down the front steps.
Right, to mention that Anna would have one out on me if I messed this up.
I'll take care of Anna.
Well, Steve Hardy has allowed us to place a sign on the door there permitting none of the hospital staff to enter.
I keep the guards outside, too, just for appearance's sake.
I plan on it. I want everyone to think that he's still inside here.
You know, it's going to be hard keeping hospital personnel out of a patient's room.
The guards have got their instructions.
All right. This little rendezvous of yours must be pretty important.
But I drag you over here otherwise.
I'm going to be pretty safe around this joint. Can you say the same?
I'm taking a couple of cops with us for protection.
Better take an army, Robert. You go up against the mob, there's no such thing as being over-prepared.
Well, I've stationed several people in the hospital, and they'll accompany us in plain clothes.
We're meeting Angus in prison, not on his home turf. He won't try anything.
What do you want me to do?
Stay in the corridor. Keep an eye on the door here. Make sure that no one twigs as to what we're up to.
Will do. Good luck, gentlemen. Don't worry about things around here. As far as the rest of Port Charles is concerned, Mr. Lavery is spending the afternoon taking a well-deserved nap. Good luck. And be careful.
I hope you know what you're doing. Because if this business with Orlean isn't crucial enough to shake Angus up, you're going to be signing your own death warrant. Along with Anna and Robbins.
I'm sorry, Doctor. No one disturbs patients.
That's ridiculous. Excuse me.
Orders of the Chief of Staff.
This is highly irregular.
Just doing our job.
Well, I've never heard of a staff member being denied access to a patient's room. Now, what is going on? Excuse me, I'd like some answers. Well, if you're not going to tell me, I'm going to see for myself.
Monica, what
Stop
are you doing?
this. If you don't move, I'll...
Shh, what are you doing here?
Oh, well, forgive me, Sean. For some reason, I thought this was General Hospital and my place of employment.
Oh, all right, take it easy. There's nothing to get upset about.
Upset? No, I'm not upset. I'm furious.
Just calm down.
What? What is happening? Wait a minute. How did you just happen to stroll by here?
Well, I was in the hospital. I thought I'd look in on you.
Oh, really? And you have some sort of ESP that told you I was going to be exactly right here? But are you and Duke Lavery up to something? What is it?
Monica, I think you're imagining.
I want to know what is going on, Sean. Is he in that room?
Now, where else would he be?
Well, why can't I see him then?
Please, will you just trust me with this?
Absolutely not. I'm not putting up with any more of your games. I'm talking to Steve Hardy.
Monica.
Go with me. Sean! Go of me.
Listen.
Who the hell do you think you are?
I think I am a friend. Keeping you from making one big mistake.
Oh, excuse me. I'm not going to make another mistake. No, the last time you pulled one of your little schemes and used this hospital, I almost got fired. And I'm not going to have this happen again. Now, will you let me get out that door?
I cannot take credit for this particular masterpiece. It was Robert's idea.
Robert Scorpio?
Yes, and he wouldn't play games with this hospital unless he thought it was vitally important.
Well, I wouldn't put anything past you, but I have always thought that Robert Scorpio had some scruples.
Yeah, we'll keep quiet about this.
Against my better judgment.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, I guess this is the the only time that we've been alone since, well, since our relationship jumped the track. Huh?
Oh, is that what it did? I've been wondering.
It's strange feeling awkward around you. You're as close as any two people could be. Why should we feel uncomfortable now?
Maybe because we were so close.
Yeah. Look, would you mind staying here for a while? I know this is not my penthouse or the Quartermain mansion, but it is private, and we need to talk.
Oh, shouldn't you be out there diverting all the rest of the staff?
No, I'm sure the guards can hold down the fort for a while. Robert and Duke won't be back till later.
Hello, Scorpio.
Warden?
Good to see you again. When was the last time?
I believe it was when I was police commissioner.
How's life as an ordinary citizen? Pretty dull, huh?
Not likely. You chaps can leave, thank you.
Valentine called earlier. I arranged the meeting with Angus Mackay.
You didn't tell him who he was meeting, did you?
No, I figured I'd leave that up to you.
Warden Duffy, Duke Lavery.
What, Lavery? I expected to be seeing you here in my office one day, but certainly not as a guest.
Well, I expect I'll be paying you a longer visit sometime soon.
Listen, we appreciate what you've done in setting this meeting up for us.
Well, I don't have to tell you, a meeting of this sort's very unusual.
That's why I had Valentine pave the way.
Well, WSB carries a lot of weight around here, so we're more than willing to cooperate with him in any way we can.
Well, from the entire Bureau, I thank you.
Well, I suppose you're anxious to get on with it, so I'll bring in Mackay.
Rehearsing your pitch?
No. Just praying that Angus sees reason.
You sounded pretty confident back in the hospital.
Angus Mackay's a brilliant man. He's also completely unpredictable. He could go either way on Lorleon. And Anna and Robin could go with him.
Okay, here you go, Mackay. I advise you not to try anything.
In the presence of the great Robert Scorpio, and think of it.
And I can only give you a few minutes.
Time enough. Thank you, Warden.
And to what do I owe the honor?
To me.
Duke, what?
How are you, Angus?
As well as can be expected.
I'm very pleased to hear that.
What do you want from me?
I've decided to turn state's evidence.
So I read in the morning papers. You want me to congratulate you?
You've taken the news very calmly.
You can't hurt me, Duke. On the other hand, I can do you quite a lot of harm. I'm sorry you made such an unfortunate decision. I trust you realize the significance of that.
My life is worthless now.
If that. I hope you gentlemen haven't come all this way to beg my help. I can't save you, Duke, even if I wanted to. No one can.
I need you to guarantee Anna and Robin's safety.
Well, there's nothing I can do about that.
I know differently.
Then you must be one step ahead of me.
I've done extensive checking within the mob hierarchy. You still wield considerable power.
More than enough power to keep a woman and her child from harm.
I'm an inmate of a maximum security prison. That's about as powerless as you can get.
Not as far as the mob's concerned. They'll still do whatever you tell them.
You tell them not to touch Anna or Robin.
I don't know what you two are talking about. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm 3 moves away from checkmating the chess champion in my cell block. Now that is power.
Time to play the whole card.
Angus, we didn't come here empty-handed. I'm carrying a very valuable card.
You don't seem to understand. We have nothing to discuss.
No. You don't seem to understand. I'm the one who's calling the shots.
And what gave you that right?
Lorleon. You protect Anna and Robin, and I will protect your secret. Now you walk out of that door without guaranteeing their safety. And I promise you, sir, your secret will become public knowledge within hours.
You told an outsider about Lorleon. I swear I'll kill you myself for this. Warden, I told you I was ready to return to my cell. Now let's go.
A few more minutes, please.
I have nothing more to say to these people.
We'll keep this short and sweet.
How could you?
I haven't yet.
I heard you mention the name. You told Scorpio the secret of Lawley and admit it.
You're wrong. All he knows is the name.
You expect me to believe you just dropped that and gave him no further explanation?
I didn't drop the name. He discovered it when he was running a computer check on me. That is all he knows, only the name.
You're lying.
I have not broken our confidence. I didn't say anything about Lorleon.
It's the truth.
Well, naturally, you'd back him up, wouldn't you?
Look, if he'd given me the secret, I wouldn't even need to be here now, would I?
My leverage is my silence. You and I both know that. That means as much to you as Anna and Robin do to me. Promise me they'll be protected and your secret will be safe forever.
How can you guarantee that? All right. Maybe you didn't tell Scorpio about Lorleon. But now that he knows how critical it is, he and the WSB will dig until they find out everything.
Angus, you have my word.
And mine.
That's why I asked Robert to come here with me. I knew you'd want to hear it from his mouth.
Look, I'll never try to find out anything more about Lorleon. I promise you, Mackay, you protect Anna and my daughter, I will never lift a finger to further investigate Lorleon again.
Very well. You have my word. No harm will come to the woman and child. I'll do my best to protect you, but that I cannot promise. You're a traitor. No one can shelter you from the consequences of your actions.
I'm not concerned about myself. But you so much as touch one hair on the heads of Anna or Robin, and I swear to you, man, I will bury you myself.
And you will back off from Lorleon?
I gave you my word. You gave me yours. Go back on it. I'll make you wish you'd never been born.
Well, it's in the hands of the gods now.
Maybe. But I think you've gone a long way towards keeping Angus in line.
We'll see.
Well, any problems from your end?
No, not really. Monica was about to blow the whistle on us, but I convinced her not to do it. She knew that Duke was out of the hospital, but she said she wouldn't say anything.
Hope that's all she knows.
We talked about personal matters, Robert.
Okay.
So the prison meeting went well?
Well, it's impossible to say for certain, but I think that Duke has ensured that Anna and Robin will be safe after this afternoon.
The trip was a success.
Well, we're taking nothing for granted. We still do all we can from our end to keep them protected. And you too, of course.
You should concentrate on Anna and Robin. You heard Angus. No one can cover me.
I'm not about to stop trying.
If anything ever happens to Anna or Robin, a letter will be delivered directly to you. It contains all the information on Lorleon. You'll know exactly what to do with it.
You don't miss a beat, do you?
None when it's this important.
All right, we have a long night ahead of us.
Okay. What's next on the agenda?
We have to button down the arrangements for Duke's protection. It's got to be airtight. Not only in the court, but afterwards. Now that the mob knows he's turning state's evidence, every hitman in the country is going to be lining up to take a crack at him.
Well, I know how much this arraignment means to you, Duke. I hope everything goes well.
Thank you, Monica. One way or another, my whole life is about to change.
It's going to work out.
Well, I appreciate your confidence, Robert, but well, nothing else has gone very well so far. Why should today be any different?
Look, I'm not saying you have no reason to be cynical, but there have been a few bright spots.
Yeah, you're right. Anna and Robin. And realizing all the good friends I have here.
Well,
I should look on the bright side.
do that. And, this now makes it official. You can leave here officially. Good luck in court, Dick. Here you go, Robert.
Thanks.
I'll be thinking about you.
Thank you for everything.
You're welcome.
Thank you. She's a good woman.
One of the best. You can trust her.
I wish I could say the same for Angus. How can we be sure he'll keep his word?
I don't think we have anything to worry about if Orlean is as important to him as you say it is.
Where's Anna?
Downstairs.
You know, she shouldn't be left alone at this point. It will take Angus some time to get word out to the rest of them all, but neither she nor Robin have to be touched.
Wait. She's being adequately protected.
I understand the need for protection, but I wish it could be done without upsetting the whole hospital.
Well, we know that your main concern is the safety and welfare of your patients. We think this plan will maintain that level of safety, Dr. Hardy.
I suppose you're right, Captain.
What we really need is for the 8th floor corridors to be kept free of patients and staff while we're trying to get Duke out of the hospital.
And from the 8th floor, you'll take the elevator to the roof?
Yes. A police helicopter will be waiting to transport him to the courthouse for the arraignment.
Do we have your cooperation, sir?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, thank you, Steve.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
We've been able to protect Duke so far. We're not going to make any mistakes now.
We better start making the arrangements. There isn't much time.
Oh, I'll have to speak to the staff first.
I'll come with you upstairs.
I better check the helicopter. Captain?
Listen, I've got a few men stationed on the roof there. I'm sure they'll be able to give you all the assistance you need. I'm going to go up to the 8th floor with Chief Devane.
Now, I don't want you to worry about the security of the patients because all the plainclothes men are going to take care of everyone.
And we'll have a special team guarding Duke on the way to the courthouse.
Right.
Well, sounds like everything's under control. I'll alert hospital personnel to stay clear of the corridors and the staircases.
Thank you very much, Steve. Why don't you go upstairs and check the helicopter on the roof?
Oh, I don't think that's necessary right now.
You wouldn't be guarding me by any chance, would you?
What do you mean?
Well, I think that you're giving me a hard time about going up on the roof to look at the helicopter.
I'm not giving you a hard
time.
Robert's orders.
I knew it. He should have told me about
Well, he knew you'd probably put up a big fight.
Yes, well, he's right. Do you have a message? Thank you very much.
I think that's probably a great idea. I'll do my best to get home about 3:30. All right. Okay, Anna. All right. Never a dull moment.
Oh, you're right. I know exactly what you mean. We're getting ready to move Duke Lavery to the courthouse for his
Monica,
arraignment.
I want to make sure that all patients stay in their rooms during the transfer.
Well, how long is that going to take?
Dr. Hardy is going to tell us when everything's secure.
Oh, well, are you sure all these precautions are necessary?
I don't know, but we can't take any chances. We want Duke Lavery to get there alive.
Absolutely. Monica, I'm going to need your help in seeing that the patients cooperate.
All right,
Thank you very much.
So, Chief, what do we do now?
I don't know what you're going to do, but I'm going to go and see Duke. Extra precautions today. Thank you. I'd like you to perhaps wait for me in the lounge. I want a few minutes alone with Duke. That's all right.
Of course.
Hi.
All the arrangements been made?
Yes, everything's been carried out.
Yeah, the helicopter should be on the roof by now.
Dr. Hardy's going to make sure that all the corridors are secure when the transport takes place.
Good, then we're all set.
Yes. Can I go in and see Duke now?
Call the courthouse, see if they're ready for us. They should give you a few minutes alone.
Thank you. Hello?
I didn't expect to see you before we got to court.
Well, I couldn't wait.
I haven't stopped thinking about you or Robin since I agreed to all of this.
I'm very happy about the decision. It's the right one. And it's the only way we're going to be together.
I know. And I'm very glad that you showed me it was the right decision to make.
You did it so that we could be together. I love you for that.
I think I've finally come up with a way to guarantee that nothing will ever happen to you or Robin.
We're going to get through this.
No. We have so little time.
No, we don't. We have all the time in the world.
Even if I go to prison.
Don't say that.
We have to face that possibility. Even if the judge is sympathetic, I'll have to spend some time in custody until sentencing.
It'll just be temporary. We have to hold on to the fact that we'll be together for the rest of our lives.
That's what I want. The rest of my life with you. I can't bear the thought of spending even a few minutes apart from you. Are you coming with me to the courthouse?
No, I can't. But I will be there in the courtroom, I promise.
Come in.
It's time.
I'm almost ready.
Yeah.